It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
So a couple of weeks ago, I discussed during the live stream a efficient way to farm for items. And in the live stream, we talked about, buying items from the shop, right? Buying items from the shop is not always the most efficient way to buy items for your heroes, but it is an often overlooked thing because it rotates. It constantly rotates. Every day, it rotates new items. So like, for example, this Giant Slayer, I might need this Giant Slayer for a hero. I can tell you one thing, every time that there's a shrine anywhere, let's see if there's any shrines anywhere. Right here. Anytime there's a shrine anywhere, I buy this. Because this feels like an annoying thing to make, and it feels like just about every single hero needs one or more of these items. Right? You could say the same thing for orange and red items as well. And then, earlier this week or last week or whenever it was, I made a proper video discussing this. Yeah, and that's spurred a lot of comments. And I think that it's worth expanding on because I did make a statement in the video that's not 100% accurate. I said something along the lines of spending energy on missions is inefficient and it is not as good as buying items from the Outland shop. It's not exactly what I said word for word. And I don't mean Outland shop, I mean all shops, including mobile. The thing is, guys, is like, obviously you're going to spend the energy. Everybody should be spending their energy every day, right? It's one of the free resources that we get replenished every single day. And it has a cap to it, right? So the point of the video, and I don't, this is going to lead somewhere. The point of the video wasn't for you to not spend energy on your items. Like, what else would you spend the energy on, right? Spend the energy on the hero that you want to level up. The point was to not forget about the items in the shop, right? Not forget about buying the Trine, right? On Hero Wars Mobile, there's the Chapter 14. By the way, we got to get that fixed, guys. If we get nothing else done for Hero Wars Mobile, we've got to get this BS Chapter 14 item stuff fixed. We've got to get the text removed. A question then that often is asked is, what is the best use of energy every day? And let's take a look at Morrigan. I've been power leveling my Morrigan a little bit, trying to get her up to 50,000 power level. Well, look there. There's another shrine right there. Boom. Perfect. Oh, I love it. It feels so good. But I need 2 shrines, right? I need another one from the Outland shop. So the question, do you farm the highest mission? Do you farm the lowest mission? How best do you use the energy? Let's take a look at this Lemort's card, because the Lemort's card is it's a common enemy. Just like the Shrine, everyone needs the Lemort's cards. The first thing you got to ask yourself is do you do the heroic missions? The heroic missions are the ones in the campaign that have the chance to get hero soul stones, right? This is a heroic mission, this is a heroic mission, this is a heroic mission. All of these, they can be farmed 3 times, and then you can reset them and farm it again if you spend a little bit of emeralds, if you have the high enough VIP. So the first question is, should you do heroic missions for the item? And the answer is generally no. You should do Chapter 9, Mission 1. And we've talked about this at length. This is the most efficient mission. This is the most efficient heroic mission. You should be doing this mission every single day. You should be raid times 3 this mission. Should be the first thing you do every day when you log in. Just raid times 3 this to get the heroic missions out of the way. And then with the remaining energy, whenever you're farming for a particular item, let's say I'm farming this specific item right here, the Diviner's Orb Recipe Fragments, all right? The drop rate for this item for the Great Split mission in Chapter 7 is the exact same drop rate as the Diviner's Orb in this Chapter 8 mission. All right, let me say that again. So the drop rate for items are the same across the board. All right, drop rate for the items are the same. So you can take that out of the equation. A lot of people are concerned about that. Is there a higher chance of getting Lemort's card fragment from Chapter 13 than Chapter 9? If I farm Chapter 9 for 8 energy for this item, is there a better or worse chance than if I grind this one that's 10 energy? It's the same drop rate. It's the same drop rate, 100% the same drop rate. And I want to thank Arcana Gaming, a longtime friend of the channel that unfortunately is no longer around. As far as I know, he's still alive. It's not like that. He just doesn't play Hero Wars anymore. I sure do miss Arcana. But he put together months worth of data to prove, at least with his population size, and I'm talking months and months and months worth of energy spent, he tracked that the drop rate of all of the items was exactly the same, regardless of the mission, on Facebook and web and on mobile. All right, so that rumor is dispelled completely. All right, the higher energy cost does not mean a higher chance of getting an item. So then the next thing that you need to do is you need to compare this. Let's say you have 100 energy. All right, 100 energy means I can raid this thing 10 times. Yeah, I can raid this thing 10 times. 10 times 10 is 100, 100 energy. I could raid the Chapter 9 one, 12 times? 12 times 8 is 96? So I can raid this one 12 times. So I get 2 more chances to get the item, right? But the offset of farming the lower energy mission is that the ancillary rewards for farming this mission, the green item, Sword of Storms Fragment, and the gray item, Orcish Knuckles, are of a lower value than the alternate items that you get for this one. You have a chance to get the Lamort's card, which is what you're chasing, but you also have a chance to get All-Seeing Eye fragments and the Panoptic Orb recipe fragment as well. So while you are farming this mission 2 times less per 100 energy, the other things that you get for farming the higher level mission ends up being a better reward. Even if you don't plan on using any hero that requires any All-Seeing Eye recipe, you could then exchange this item for guild activity to go towards your daily limit. That's a consideration, right? The long-term activity expenditure would benefit more from you using the higher level mission. If the drop rate of the items are the same, you have to decide which of the two are better. Now, in an instance where you have a lot of choices here, another thing that you could do is you could take a look at Warren Rut, you can take a look at Old Docks, you can take a look at Roaring Abyss, you can take a look at Transit Point, and you can say, okay, do I have other heroes that I'm leveling that need these items? Am I leveling up Chaba and Fox right now? No? Then this one maybe isn't as important. Let's take a look at Roaring Abyss. Am I leveling up Corvus, Dante, or Ishmael right now? Am I leveling up Darkstar, Chaba, or Fox right now? Right? That'll help you decide if the energy thing doesn't help you decide. Am I leveling up Jet, Orion, Satori? Am I leveling up Nebula, Cleaver, or Corvus? You see what I mean? You can take a look at these various missions. Am I leveling up Faceless Kai and Iris? Am I leveling up Faceless, Morgan, Alvanor, and Celeste? So to me, this mission right here is a more beneficial mission because I am leveling up Faceless Kai and Iris. I am leveling up Celeste, Morgan, and on some level Alvanor. So does that outweigh the 2 extra missions that you get to farm? Does that outweigh that? You're farming for multiple heroes. Now, I am farming specifically for Morgan in this example, but after I'm done farming Morgan up to 50 to 60,000 power level, which is a goal that I have for all support heroes, 50 to 60 to 70,000 power level, then I am going to be moving on to other heroes to level those up. Am I going to be focusing on Yasmin next? Am I going to be focusing on a healer next? Am I going to be focusing on Faceless and Kai next in the case of, this item right here, or I'm sorry, this item right here? And, it's just about that whole discussion that Hero Wars is it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a long-term resource management game. Being as efficient as possible is important, but there's more than one way to be efficient. You could talk about being efficient, getting more chances for the items specifically that you're farming for. In this case, the Lamort's card. I get 12 chances. I get 12 chances by farming Chapter 9, compared to 10 chances if I farm Chapter 13. Or is it more important that even though I'm getting 2 fewer chances, that I'm also farming up items for other heroes that I'm going to be leveling up, which I will then in the future need to be making this decision on as well. I don't think the guild donation opportunity is compelling. Okay, great. That's a great point. And you can easily turn in the gray items as well, so it's not like it's a complete loss. Most everyone will need at least some of those high level items. True. For some items, the additional items are better, but for other items, they're really not. The XP and guild activity points are always 1-to-1 to the energy spent. Gold is the only other benefit. Yeah, so the other... I think it makes a good point. Like, once you take a statistical look at these things, you can start cutting out different variables that might matter, right? The hero XP potions that you get are the same. The guild activity is the same because it's based on the energy spent, not on the mission. Doesn't the position of the item you're looking for affect the potential amount of that item you can get? No, it does not, Hugh Jorgen. Should you raid or fight when your heroes still need XP? John, you get the same amount of XP whether you fight or raid. It's just automatic when you fight, and when you raid, you get it in the form of hero potions that you have to assign manually. So it actually, John, it does not matter. Also depends on how many you need. Physical teams need so many lycanthrope fangs that often I raid the cheaper option. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Lower energy requirement missions are better if you only need one item, since it is guaranteed for 10 raids. Torture You, that is correct, but only on Facebook and web. It is worth noting, let's discuss Torture You's statement real quick. On Facebook and web, not mobile, guys. On Facebook and web, not mobile. If you raid a mission 10 times or the heroic mission 3 times, you are guaranteed at least one of those items. So raid times 10, I'm always guaranteed one of those items. So there it is. Boom. I got 2. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. On Hero Wars Mobile, there is no such bad luck protection, which sucks. It sucks. So you can end up spending a whole lot more energy leveling up the heroes than on mobile than you do on Facebook and web. But the offset of that is, of course, Facebook and web has 3 more tiers of color ranks. Let's see. I raid heroic missions in exchange for items in Soulstone shop. Okay. Jiv has got another strategy. That's good. He's talking about collecting all the hero soulstones he can across the campaign. All the hero soulstones that he can for his absolute star heroes so that he can then convert the soul coins to the... I'm sorry. He can convert the soulstones to soul coins that he can then spend here in the soul shop. Not a bad strategy. Marco says, take higher mission levels because you need to collect a few different things for other heroes. Marco, that's the strategy that I like to follow. I can see it both ways. I can see it both ways.